Alright, so this video is actually multiplication of one digit by a two-digit number. But before that, let's do a little bit of practice from our lesson last week, because it is related to this topic for now. Alright, so let's see. Alright, 46. We need to rewrite 46 in break it down into tens and ones. Alright, so for example, 46, you can rewrite it as 50 minus 4, or you can also rewrite it as 40 plus 6, right? The idea is you try to break it down into smaller numbers, like 50 and 4. 5 and 4, those are smaller than 4 and 6. I mean, it's easier to multiply 5 compared to 6, right? Okay, how about 61? So you can rewrite 61 as 60 plus 1. Okay, 28. Alright, so you can write it as 30 minus 2. You can also write 20 plus 8. But 8 is kind of like a big number, so you try to refrain from that. Okay, next one, 74. So you can write this one as 70 plus 4. You can also do 80 minus 6. But 8 and 6, so big numbers, we try to run away from those. Okay, so we have 82. You can write that one also as 80 plus 2. Okay, so make sure you understand this page first before moving on to the next. Okay, so this is our lesson last week. Okay, so we will be doing distributive property of multiplication. Okay, so if you remember, we have something like this last week. So we can rewrite this one by multiplying 6 with 50. So that's you have 50 times 6, and then the middle sign is minus. That's 50 minus 4. So you do minus another parenthesis for 6 times 4. Okay, so do you understand that part? Alright, so we solve each operation inside the parentheses. So we have 50 times 6, that's 300, minus 4 times 6, that's 24. Now the next step you can of course skip if you can do 300 minus 24, so that would be much better. But if you're having a hard time subtracting this one in your head, what you can do is break down 300 into 290 and 10. Okay, 300 equals 290 and 10. And then 24, you can break it down into 20 plus 4. The idea here is to separate the ones and the tens. Okay, so for 300, we need 290 and 10. This 300 is already in the hundreds digit, and we need to separate at least a 10 from that. Okay, so what you'll do is you subtract 290 minus 20. Okay, if you can see the inside the blue box, you have 290 and 20. You subtract those, and also you subtract 10 and 4. Okay, so how do we show that here? Alright, this one, 290 minus 20, and then you add 1 to the 10 minus 4. Okay, so I know this looks like a little bit complicated, but if you practice this one over and over, it should look at least easier. Alright, okay, so 290 minus 20, that's 270, plus 6, so therefore you have 276. Okay, so we have 30 plus 7 times 3. Okay, so we distribute that, so you have 30 times 3. And now in between 30 plus 7, you have a plus sign, so you put plus in here, plus 7 times 3, right? So let's solve inside parentheses. We have 90 plus 21. Now if you can do this right away in your head, that would be great again, 90 plus 21. But if you cannot do that, you can break this one down, 21 into 10 plus 11. Why do we need to break it down into 10? Because you have 90 on the other side and you want to make it 100. So you have 90 plus 10 and then plus 11. And of course 90 plus 10 is 100 plus 11, so you have 111. Okay. Next one. Let's try this one. 46 times 3. Okay, so you can break 46 into 40 plus 6, right? Okay, so let's write that here. 40 plus 6, that's your 46, times 3. Alright, so this is just like the previous page. Okay, so we distribute that, 40 times 3, and then in between is plus 6 times 3. So we have the 40 times 3 is 120, plus 18, And of course, if you can, well, this is really easy to add up. So if you can do that mentally right away, that would be great. Okay, or you can also break down 10 and 8. Well, okay, so you can do that, or you don't really have to, but those are just ideas. Okay, so you have 130 plus 8, so 138.